So we've got this big debate in a couple of hours' time, or later on tonight, on the BBC. What are you expecting? Because what we've seen in the past has been quite punchy, quite spicy at times. Are we likely to see more of that tonight?
Yes, this is the first head-to-head debate between Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss, and potentially a different dynamic now compared to the two previously publicised television debates that we've had before. Back at those previous two debates, it was before those final two were announced, when most of the media was describing Rishi Sunak as the front-runner in this contest. Conversely now, we're more than a week on, and it seems like the odds have flipped, and the media is now describing Liz Truss as that front-runner, looking at all of those polls where she has such a consistent lead amongst the membership. So potentially that very dynamic will change things. The way that Rishi Sunak had been running his campaign up until this weekend had been that of a front-runner, trying to say very little in terms of policy and let everyone else scrap it out amongst themselves. Well, since then, since those polls that have placed Rishi Sunak behind, we've had a barrage of policy from the former Chancellor. Whether it's policy on China, whether it's policy on migration, he seems to be trying to get ahead of that debate. So potentially a difference now in what we'll see tonight compared to before. We might see a more policy-heavy debate. Of course, there were all of those criticisms of that last debate on ITV, where really those candidates were taking scraps out of each other. They had the opportunity to ask questions of each other, and blue on blue did come out in spades. Now, many people in Westminster, many people in Parliament said that that was the wrong way to conduct this campaign, that the only winner of interactions like that was the Labour Party. The only winner of that sort of blue-on-blue action was Sir Keir Starmer. So that might well be in the back of these candidates' minds as they want to move this contest forward, because this contest goes on for a very long time. And the briefing, not directly from the candidates themselves, but from those around the candidates, has been getting increasingly fraught, increasingly bitter. Let's see if that continued bitterness makes its way to the television screens tonight. I think if I were advising either of these campaigns, it would be time to dial back the personal attacks, dial back talking about which school whatever candidate went to or how expensive their suits are, and get on to the real policy discussions. I think that's what the Conservative membership want to see.